get started. I'm pretty sure up smash from Luigi do not knock over at 0. If it does, then it was fine. I don't really play a character too often, but at low percent, if you throw out moves that do not knock over, your reward is basically nothing when you play against Spaceys. So if it does knock over, this was fine. Just pointing it out. Ooh, that was... Yeah, poor spacing on the fair. Really, really important to get the spacing so they can't get a punish. Oh, this is a pretty crisp opponent you have as well. Ooh, that's close. These things also normally adds up a lot. Even good players, especially when their opponent lands on a side platform, throw out a move, and then what happens is their opponent tech barely before, and you will miss for sure. It's really important to learn, do I have enough time to hit my move before they land? If so, go for it. If they will land beforehand, you just have to accept it, let they land, and then go for a Techchase. It might not seem like a big thing, but your punish game will improve a lot once you get that down. Here short up aerials does work to apply pressure, because what happens, especially with a character like Luigi, that does have very bad aerial mobility, if you full hop, you will easily get hit by a jump backer. So normally it tends to be better to short hop pressure and then drift away rather than full hop. Part of the reason is, as I said, bad aerial mobility. So Luigi does not want to be above his opponents, and risky full jumps is more risky than kinda risky short hops. Yeah, that's really common. This is something I use myself a lot. So this here, what tends to happen is that people, they don't want to use up B or side B unless necessary. So what happens is that they normally jump and then fall to the ledge. What I normally do with Fox is that I run up dash attack and then I Armada shine them. If you look at me playing Fox, you can probably see that countless of times. People jump, fall to the ledge, get dash attacked, and they get the Armada shine. Here with Luigi, for example, if you knew in advance this would happen, you could have been doing like a Wavedash F tilt, for example. So as soon as you land this bear, you should go sometimes for just a Wavedash up F tilt, for example. F smash if you have time, but that's not as fast. So here can be really good. You just go in right away, Wavedash F tilt, and what would happen if you did this is that he would fall down below the edge. He would have to up B, and then you should get an easy edge guard with like fair or dare. So keep that in mind. Spaceys, they do jump often, fall down, and that's when it's a good idea to strike. It's not the answer for every situation, of course. It is like a rock, paper, scissors scenario. Fox could do other options as well to beat that, but it's at least one tool to have at your arsenal for sure. Ooh, interesting aerial interrupts. Yeah, it was a bit too slow for the attacking place though. I kind of feel, I could be wrong, but I kind of feel based on playing a little bit of Mario and Dr. Mario, when you do these up throws with Mario and Doc, so I assume it's similar with Luigi, is that if you think they're going to go for a tech roll to the sides, you can wave land on the platform and get a regrab, and if you think they're going to do tech in place, then you throw out an aerial to cover the tech in place. So Fox uses a pretty similar concept as well. If you think they're attacking in place, you up air right away. If you think they're gonna roll, then you wait and react, and then you do the up air. I changed this based on percentage. If they fly super high up, you can cover everything. But this scenario looks pretty similar with Luigi. So if you think they're gonna roll, waveland up grab can be good, or just react with an aerial. Probably Nair combo is very high, like pretty good. They fly straight up, so you can probably react to Nair, or you throw out a move early. Nair, I would say, is probably the best in most scenarios because of its combo potential. Ooh, I feel like that could have been followed up on. That's a shame. Yeah, this is actually something most Luigi players does, and they might not even realize that this is a big flaw for many Luigi players. I did play against Vist at SmashCon, and he was one of the first Luigis I played that I really felt like did not do this much at all. To be fair, I've never played against Eddie Mexico, for example, but at least like fairly good Luigis, they tend to have a habit of doing this that is happening right now. So as Luigi, they like to Wavedash in, right? And then attack straight away. The thing is, when you Wavedash in melee, you are having a lot of lag, so you can't do anything for, I think, 10 frames. So what you can do as Luigi is that instead of doing like a full Wavedash and trying to approach right away, is that you make a shorter Wavedash, for example. Or Wavedash down can also be good to like bait. And then get the Fox in this instance for to throw out a move, and then you go in. Like one thing I personally like to do against Luigi is if I see they're shielding, and I see that they're about to wave dash, then I just throw out an aerial, and they will eat my backer or they will eat my nair, especially if it's kinda close range. But what Vist was doing was that he wave dashed down out of shield, or he did like a slight wave dash forward. It's not super slight because Luigi's slight wave dash forward is still longer than, you know, many characters' full wave dash, but it's still a good thing to do to mess up people's spacing. Because a huge thing of playing against Luigi is just attack right after he wave dash. And that's way harder to do if Luigi mixes it up when, and not only when, but also how he does his wave dash. So practice on different wave dash lengths is really important with Luigi, I feel like. I think Ices could use that very well as well, especially a Sopo, because then people are more willing to sort of fight them. Ooh. Huh. Ooh. That was that full hop again that we talked about earlier. This time you didn't get punished. He got pushed off from the platform, which I think surprised the Fox player, but he clearly could have punished you for it still. And that was a bad side B, but I guess that was mistiming. Try to aim at the ledge. Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like up throw could have been pretty good here. Because worst case scenario, he lands on the platform, but then you still get a tech chase, and if he misses his DI on the up throw, you get a kill. But back throw is still fine. Still fine. Getting me off stage. Oh, yeah, you need to be careful with your movement. I feel like you do get a lot of accidental full hops, and then you end up above your opponent. It's really important not to do that, Luigi. This position is very, very bad. It's really hard for Luigi. Because, yeah, now you're eating 3 uppers. Could have been 4. Maybe. I feel like sometimes I get that myself. The few times I play Luigi, that I do an accidental full hop when I want to Wavedash. So that's something to like, yeah, work that out of your game entirely. These full hops hurts Luigi so much. In these kind of scenarios, I kind of feel like Luigi can do what Marv is doing, where you kind of like jump out and you have the same height as Fox, and if he does a side B, you react with Bear. It will take some training, especially if you have never reacted to side B before, but Fox's side B isn't that fast. It can be done really, really reliably. So you have the same height as Fox, and if he side Bs, you Bear. If he fast falls, you fast fall with him. And if he up Bs, sometimes you can go out and reach him as well. That won't happen as often with Luigi because of your poor aerial mobility, but it's still something I would invest learning in you know, these training packs and stuff. You can record sequences. I'm not sure if you can set random, like if they up B or side B, but still, I feel like that would be a good thing to practice. Reaction on the side Bs, and learn when you can jump out all the way and punish the up B if they don't side B. Marv players are good, like Sane and Mute King is good to take inspiration from that. And as I said, Luigi can't do it as often, but that doesn't mean it can't be done at all. Ooh, that's a good shine. Yeah, it's way too many full hops. You shouldn't leave the ground with Luigi, like at all, pretty much. Luigi is not good when he's above you. Like, Luigi's whole movement is based around being on the ground. Ooh. Yeah, it was a good idea, but you're slightly too close to the platform so he could slide off. But I liked the idea. It was just very slightly missed spaced. I think that up throw is good if you're slightly closer to center stage. Okay, he likes to do a lot of pretty high up Bs. I feel like you on reaction can cover. If he goes to ledge, you can wave dash your ledge. Now you're really close to edge though, so that you might risk getting an air dodge. But assume you're slightly closer into the stage. I think you can, on reaction can react if it goes for up B to the ledge and then grab the ledge. And if he doesn't, then you cover with bear for any other angle. Yeah, he really likes to do a lot of up Bs. Sometimes you just need to go out there. You haven't gone out trying to edgeguard a single time. It might be like risky and scary sometimes, but in friendlies you have nothing to lose. So I want to see you go out and try to edgeguard more. Especially against up B heavy foxes. Because once you start hitting them, they will start doing bad side Bs. Yeah, up B to ledge. Ooh. Don't Luigi have a chain grab on this stage? That could also be really worth investing into to get more like strong follow-ups. Because what happens when you have strong follow-ups is that people will respect you more in neutral, so you get like more easy openings because people are afraid of getting hit. Like imagine Ices, for example, when they get wobbles, then people play really afraid, and that means that many times you get more easy grabs as Ices. Ooh, that's strong. Oh, that was a good CC. Yeah, that should have been a grab. If you Wavedash in and CC that should be a grab. That's a good. I'm not even sure if you planned for it really, but that could have been really good if you just went for a grab in between. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Also, I feel like you shouldn't be too afraid of using shield against Fox. Fox don't have true follow-ups from grab against Luigi. So using shield a bit more can also be really helpful. And don't try to, when you do use shield, don't try to do shield grab too much. It's not really worth it most of the time. Especially at this time in age, people's tech skill get better and better. Oh, that should have been a punish. Oh, that was a good up tilt. Yeah, here's the concept we talked about earlier again. You get an up tilt, you think you have enough time to hit him before he lands. He barely lands before. And yeah. So really important to recognize when is he going to land. Yeah, that could have been a chain grab. Yeah, really need to work in the chain grab. It's going to be like, it's going to show in your results for sure if you work on that. And it's not too hard. Oh. Alright, I respect it. I respect it. Also, when you do have people above you, it's all about sharking their landing. All about sharking their landing. And with Luigi having like an up smash that is a bit invincible, if I remember correctly, Wavedash after them and then up smash. Really important. Backing off is normally not a good idea. Oh, there we got an up smash. Good shit. Good shit. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, you have done fair from the ledge a lot of times. Be careful with that. If you do have enough time, sure, go for it. But it is punishable for sure as well. Jabber set? No. Down smash? Yeah, it also works. Yeah, that's a shield grab again. Rolling, I feel like roll have too much of the, how do you say, people expect it's only scrubs or low-level players that rolls. The thing is, if you only roll, it's bad, but rolling once in a while means that it's much harder for the spaceys to get anything out of their pressure. Because they have to predict the roll, and then they also have to predict what direction you're rolling. So throwing it out every now and then will keep the spaceys more honest. Ooh. One thing that can be good to keep in mind, in these last stock situations, a lot of people are really afraid of losing. And when you're afraid, it's human nature to go for options that will get you to safeness faster. So side B, roll in. They are not safe, but you want to like get back to the stage faster. So going for an up B here, a lot of people feel like it's very uncomfortable. Good players will mix it up for sure, but a lot of people, they have a high tendency of doing side Bs in these type of situations. So it's something to keep in mind. That, like, imagine if you were the Fox here, how would you feel being off stage last stock? Most people would not want to be there. So side B is very common. Like, understanding how your opponent feels makes it easier to read them. Oh no. Oh, that was the full hop. This time it worked. Oh, that was a side B again. No. It was not a bad backer though. It wasn't bad. I respect it. You thought he was gonna go for a higher angle. Could have worked. Could have worked. It's more of a guessing game than people give it credit for. The thing you can do though, sometimes to reduce it from a guessing game, because in this scenario, if you don't have time to go out at all, it's a guessing game between if it goes to the ledge ledge-ish or slightly higher, then you do a rising backer starting like, you go down a little bit and then you do a rising backer that covers ledge and slightly over. If you think he's going for the mango, then you have to do like a much higher backer, or you have to delay and then do your backer. What you can do sometimes is that you drift out from the ledge and then you jump around like this height. And then, so like if the backer is from here to here, then he has no area he can go. He can't go to the ledge and he can't go above you. Sometimes you don't have enough time for it, but if you do, it's much better to cover this area with a backer than cover like around here, because then it's still options to go around, go around the backer. Ooh. Yeah, I'm fine with that down throw. Leads to Techchase scenario. Ooh. I feel like you should go for more jab resets though, when they miss the techs. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, there you need to be way faster. Again, good idea though. You basically make him pick between an aerial or a Techchase scenario, but you need to be fast to get the Techchase. We got the fair. This should be okay. That should have been it. Here, about here, I would like to see you do a jump instead, like a short hop. You have a pretty low fall speed with Luigi, so if you do a short hop, you on reaction can cover if he drifts to the ledge or if he tries to like go fully in and do a backer. That's what I would recommend here, because then you don't have to guess. You basically make Falcon decide how he will die. But here, taking the ledge, he could sneak above you, which he did, and even if you got a hit, he would much rather have this situation than, like, as we talked about here, you could jump and then cover everything he did. Falcon, one of his bigger flaws is the recovery, like one of the big traits from someone that is good at edgeguarding Falcon is that you go a bit off stage. Because if you go off stage, you kinda, in a lot of situations, remove his opportunity to drift back. Because if he drifts back and he's already quite a bit off stage, he can't drift back and still get back to the stage again. You can see people do that a lot. Mango's Fox back in the day is a good example of that, for example. Okay, this time you didn't have enough time to punish this, but this concept we also talked about earlier. You see here, jump, and then do not want to up B and grabs the ledge. You didn't have enough time to punish it, but it still shows what I'm talking about, that it still is there. People jump, fall down, grab the ledge. That's something to keep in mind, to cover that option sometimes, when you have enough time, of course. Yeah, good roll. Oh, that was a pretty solid punish. Yeah, that didn't quite pay off, but I like the fact that you went for the ledge dash here. I feel like you did too many like easy options from the ledge. Going for a ledge dash, that's good. So, ooh. Yeah. That time you did get him, but I feel like this was a bit lucky. If he rolled to, actually might have actually been able to cover the roll to left. So yeah, forget about that. Yeah. Here's what we talked about earlier a little bit. It's better to not commit to the ledge too early, because if you commit to the ledge too early, you basically show Falcon that you have opportunities to drift both on stage, which he's trying to bait you to, but then no, I go to the ledge instead. So grabbing the ledge too early against Falcon, bad idea. Bad idea. Don't do that. Stay on stage and try to cover his options from there rather than going to edge too early. Let's go. Oh no! I was about to say let's go misfire. Feels bad. Good F tilt. Yeah, now it's fine to take the ledge. He didn't have enough height to really be a threat, so then it's fine to take the ledge. I could imagine these type of situations when Falcon throws out nairs and lands. That's a good time to strike. So when Falcon is still in the air from, let's say, an air, I think it's important to get your Wavedash timings and down smashes out in time. This range, you're not really gonna get it, but more overall. If he's slightly further away, getting Wavedash down smashes on landing aerials as he's about to land can probably be a really good opener in this matchup, I would imagine. Oh, good up smash. I really like that up smash. Getting below him as he approach, and then getting it out, missing the jab reset. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is sort of what I was talking about. He lands with an aerial and you go in with the grab. Grab is also really good because if people know that you're going to go for Wavedash in attacks, what they will do is that they start buffering shield instead, and then grab becomes better. Quite risky, but worked. Here, honestly, I think up throw would have been better. This time, I really don't think he would have been able to slide off. Maybe, but it's still worth to look into as a Luigi player. Exactly when you can do your up throws so they don't slide off. I think that time you could have done it. Nice. Yeah, this time you're staying on stage, and it's much harder for Falcon to get away from this scenario rather than if you would have been at the ledge. If you would have been at the ledge here, it would have been free for Falcon to avoid, more or less. Maybe not free, but much easier at the very least. But now, he waited, he reacted, boom. Dead. Yeah, okay. This is also something I feel like in the Fox matchup. You try to force your approaches way too much. You wave dash in, you want to attack right away. The Fox player, he knows about it, and he sees your Wavedash and then attacks you right away. Yeah, Wavedash in. Yeah. Yeah, this Fox's game plan is all about waiting for you to Wavedash in, and then he just jumps and attack you. So that's what we talked about earlier in this set review, that picking your Wavedash links differently, and maybe sometimes doing it down, sometimes slightly backwards, sometimes doing a super early attack to beat his attacks, can be good strategies against this. I recognize this kind of style a lot because I've had so many Foxes, they run away laser, and then if I get close, they want to do short apnea right away. So sometimes you need to take it slow and steady. You will eat a few extra lasers maybe, but it's better to eat a few lasers and get your own opening than get lasers on you and attacked every time. So I don't think you can rush it against these type of Foxes. See, Wavedash in, attacks. Wavedash in, attack. Yeah, every time. See? Wavedash in, he goes over, attack. Because the thing is also, like, I'm not saying that you can't do the Wavedash in attack. I'm saying if you always do it, it becomes very predictable. Then he doesn't even have to consider that the Wavedash or your approach is slightly different. Then he's just like, every time he's about to Wavedash, I should just attack. Either by jumping over or jumping straight at you. Yep, kinda the same thing here as well. Wavedash, he goes above, he falls down with the aerial. Like, trust me, I can imagine this matchup is very hard, but how you approach and when you approach is such a big part of fighting games. Yeah, uppies again. That's what he did in the first matches as well. Always uppy. Except for stressful situation on the last stock. Yeah, yeah. This is how he gets all his openings. Wavedash in, attack early. Like here, you could have Wavedashed shorter, for example. You could have jumped and attacked with like your own aerial, for example. It's many ways to like play around it, but fully Wavedash in every time is not gonna help you. Yeah, this Fox player, he knows too well about it. It's kind of what I talked about with me playing as Luigi too. Like, especially in close range, because then they for sure can't even attack if they Wavedash, because you have to wait for the 10-ish frames to just throw out aerials. And that's why when this was doing like really like he made different Wavedash links, and it really was throwing me off compared to most other Luigis. Ooh. Yeah, this time you actually shielded at least. So maybe you caught onto it yourself. You Wavedash in, you go for a shield. But he went for the same strategy once again. Every time. And I can't blame him, because he has gotten away with it like 15 times in a row. So I can't blame him for going for it 16 times in a row. And there was roll. Roll also, as we talked about, can be good out of shield. I think, personally, that you went for the roll because you were turned against him, so you can't shield grab. If you were turned the other way, I would not have been surprised to see a shield grab. I hope I'm wrong, but it's something to like at least at least remember. But roll, he got nothing from his pressure. Wait, was that the same again? Wait, that's, yeah, again. And I'm only bringing it up a lot of times to really pinpoint that this is like your main flaw, as far as I can see, is this, and get attacked. I think if you change that alone, that will help you a lot against foxes. And, okay, this time you shielded at least. So it looks like you're a little bit catching on to it in the set. But, yeah, that alone will help you so much. Ooh. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, here's, yeah, this again as well. Full hopping, attacking, and now you got punished. And now you're eating damage and bad position. Yeah, that's a gimmick. That's a gimmick. This up row is only good if he doesn't DI behind, but every good player should DI behind here. You just have to accept it and use forward throw, for example. Oh. Yeah, that was a bit too late. Yeah. Oh. And yeah, then it sort of happened again at the very end. Full wave dash in. This time you jumped though, at least. But yeah. I feel like we have summarized quite a few important things. Mainly the full wave dash in every time, and especially not even waiting much in between. But not really any different wave dash lengths. Not really any like, yeah, no different wave dash lengths. Not really waiting before you do it. You do it like over and over fast, so it's like even easier to recognize when you're about to wave dash in. So that's really important, especially against faster characters like Fox that can short up nair and cover a lot of distance. Then the full hops to cover things on platforms got you in trouble quite a few times. But yeah, also quite a few other things we went over in this set review. I really hope it's been helpful for you though. And yeah, let me know in the future if you have any other questions and I would be happy to help.